Today, we're talking about fishing pliers, what they are, and why you need them, and a little bonus. First off, let's go with a quick rundown on what kind of pliers are actually out there for fishing and why you would consider certain ones for different uses in different situations. The pliers that I'm going to be talking about today are specifically the pliers you would have in your boat or in your pocket or in your tackle bag to help you or assist you while you're on the water fishing, actually catching fish. Now, of course, there's going to be pliers that are made for split rings, pliers that are made for building and constructing lures, pliers that are made for all sorts of different things. But these particular pliers we're going to talk about today are the ones that you're going to want to have in your boat to help you either get a hook out of a fish mouth, a hook out of your hand, or do a couple other things that are pretty cool. Now, I think when you look for a good set of fishing pliers, you don't want to just run up to Home Depot and grab some pliers or needle nose pliers that are on the shelf and put them in your tackle box, although that will work fine. When they get wet, they do rust. So you want to make sure that you get the proper materials, and this one's made out of some type of cast, either aluminum or some other type of material that's not going to corrode and rust, and that's important. Another thing is somewhere where you can either improve or upgrade these, like these particular pliers have a cutter that actually has blades that can be replaced, so that's kind of convenient. And we'll talk about those blades in a minute and how they cut things. So I was at Cabela's the other day with my friend Matt, and we were walking through, and I said, I want some kind of universal fishing pliers, and they had a pack of 3, and I didn't really want 3 things. It came with not only pliers, it came with a small pair of scissors, which is actually pretty handy to cut braid, but I already had a pair of those, and it came with a small pair of pliers, which isn't quite as full-featured as the big set, but it's kind of convenient. Maybe I can put one in one tackle box and one in another tackle box. That way, if I ever get out on the water and I forget one, I'll have the other. Let's talk about some of the things you can do on the water with these fishing pliers. And the first thing that comes to my mind, and I see it happen all the time, is when people catch fish, they're either holding the fish body and they go to grab the lip with their hand, and that fish starts to shake, and those treble hooks get right into the finger or the hand of the person trying to grab it. And then you're kind of screwed, because then it becomes a whole ordeal getting that hook out of your hand. It's not impossible or that hard, but it doesn't feel great. The one thing I like is when you're holding a busy fish, you can kind of squeeze down on his gill plates and then just reach over and grab that hook and pull it out of his lip, and it keeps your hand safe. But furthermore, this will help keep the fish safe, especially when they get gutted with a hook. Sometimes they'll take these baits down, and these hooks will be either deep into their mouth cavity where you can't really get to them, or actually past the throat sphincter or whatever you call that thing. And what you can do with these pliers is not only go through the mouth down through here, but if you have a fish, you can get up under his gills and actually rotate and turn a hook. That will be something that I have to show you in the field, but you can actually turn a hook loose and pull it out of the mouth of the fish by going up through the gill plate if you're real careful. I like these because they're kind of long, and you could hold them way down on the end here and really shove them down into a mouth of a fish, and they have a pretty good travel with very little motion, which is good. You don't want pliers that have to go open wide and close and have a lot of range of motion to get those hooks out. So that's kind of handy. One of the things that I really like about this set of pliers and the other set of pliers is they have blades that can cut not only just monofilament, but it can cut braid and other types of line. This particular set of pliers is built with 4 holes. If you have like a frog and you want to bend those hooks out a little bit for a better hook set, or if you get stuck on a tree and you're yanking on your lure and your hook gets bent out of shape, one thing you can do is really cool. You could actually bend your hooks and reshape your hook, and you won't have to use your fingertips, and it won't dull the tip of the blade either. So these are pretty maintenance free, but some of the things you might want to do over time is, of course, keep them clean when they get dirty or gross, and then you can hit them with a little DW40 or some type of machine oil to keep them moving smoothly. So there's a multitude of reasons to have these pliers. I just would highly recommend having these with you at all times when you're on the water. Here's a bonus. When I was looking at these pliers in Cabela's, there was a little adapter carabiner keychain thing sitting next to them, and it's a magnetic type of situation. So check this out. You can have this thing hooked onto your backpack and then have your pliers loose in your hand, and when you're done, you just get them close to one another and this holds up to 7 pounds. So obviously these pliers don't weigh 7 pounds, but it's really handy to do a no look. Check it out. So what's really nice is with these pliers attached to like a belt loop or your backpack, you can just yank it off, use it, do what you have to do, and then get it close. And it just hooks right back on. Pull it off, hooks right back up. It's really cool. You can do it without even looking. So run by Cabela's and pick up this kit. 2 pair of pliers and a pair of cutters. You won't regret it. Good luck in tight lines, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Later.